So tell me, you played the Pistons game,
We did.
right? So how was that? And tell me this experience.
How'd you get it? And like, did you charge them, or did they is there a flat rate, or like, what do you even do?
No, I definitely lost a lot of money on that. It was a really, really, really cool experience. So it was a friend, AJ, Aaron Michael Johnson, who works for the Pistons. And I've known him for a while. He actually reached out to me to do the anthem back when there was no fans in the stadium and they were pre-taping all the anthems. So I went in and taped an anthem. So I met him through then, and then just kind of stayed in touch and like always, sent him music when we were releasing it and all that kind of stuff. He really liked the Footprints project and was like, yeah, like I think he hit me about 2.5 weeks before the date and was like, I think this music would go really well in this setting. Would you be down to do it? And I was like, I'll make sure we're available no matter what.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, right. So it was a really unique experience, and everything happened so fast, but it was just, it was pretty wild.
Many questions about this, right? So first of all, they didn't pay you?
Well, it's like, no, but it's for, it's an exposure gig,
Sure, of course.
for sure. Like it's a lot of value that they
Yes,
provide.
definitely a lot of value. There's always a lot of these exposure gigs, right? And maybe I'll give my tidbits afterwards. But so they didn't pay you. That's cool. But you wanted to obviously do it. I wouldn't blame you for that. And
I probably would have paid them if we're being dead honest.
Do you get to watch the game and everything too?
Oh yeah, we were they put us up in a box, which was really cool.
That's
but
cool.
Then we had to go down and get ready like in this first quarter. So then by the time we were torn down and we loaded out, I didn't see much of the game. But they did lose. I didn't miss much. But I will say, I don't want to say we turned the franchise around, but since we played, they are now a playoff team. They were below 500 when we played, and now they're a 6 seed. So count it.
I got a hot take here. JonPaul Wallace brought the Pistons around. Hot take. Did they at least give you some food in that box?
Yeah, no, they hooked us up.
Okay, that's awesome.
They gave us a green
That's
room
a
and
fun
everything.
experience.
So it was really, really cool.
Okay, so when your friend reached out to you, did you know pretty quickly, I want to bring in a band? And, what kind of piece band did you have for this?
Yeah, that was my first question was how much instrumentation can we bring? Because I've seen a few halftime shows that were musicians, and it's pretty much always DJs.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was hoping we could bring more of a live setup. And from what I understand, from what the sound crew and everything told us, is bringing drums and like a live set was really new to them. So for the halftime show specifically, because it's such a quick, we literally had probably 2 minutes to get set up and plugged in. Mm-hmm. And it just happened so fast. So it's a lot to do in that short amount of time, So I guess that was kind of somewhat of a test run for them to see if they could bring on a full band. So he kind of gave us some restrictions on okay, we can't bring a 10-piece, but you can bring a few,
It says the cheerleaders choreographed something for the whole set.
Yeah, the whole Pistons dance team played danced during our whole set around us, and I didn't know that was going to happen until we were sound checking, and I asked because I had a wireless mic, and I was like, how far can I go? Can I I was cardio training before this, so I was like, can I do the whole court? Can I run around? And they were like, well, the dancers will be around you, so you're not going to want to leave the circle too much. I was like, the dancers are going to be around us? This is awesome.
Did they have your set list?
Yeah, so I had to send our precise set beforehand.
That makes sense. Were the drums on a riser? Did they wheel them out?
Nope.
They set it up straight.
Yeah, they gave us a few helping hands. So they had a crew with us, but yeah, we were all just running out there with arms full of stuff.
Yeah, I would think they would have a crew to help.
No, they did. Yeah, it was great. But it was also we just got to get this out as fast as possible.
Wow. So drum set, what else did you have? Guitar, bass?
Yep, we had drums, Ryan on guitar, no bass, but I was on keys. We had my good friend, Mr. Stoop Lee, hip-hop artist from Detroit. He came out for our song Work With Me. And then we had a trumpet player as well.
Perfect. And you did 3 songs, right? I think that's what you told me. That's really fun. I mean, I imagine it was such a fast experience, too, because all the lights and all the people. And
yeah.
I mean, would you do it again?
I've been waiting for that call. I'll do it tomorrow.
I hope so.
I told them, they were like, we'd love to have you back. I was like, I'm not busy literally later today. I'll go out and do it again.
Exactly. That's really cool that they allowed you to bring a band, though, because I would imagine, you just put your track on and you just sing or something. That would probably still be cool. I mean, I wouldn't say no to that either,
sure.
But just to get yourself in front of other people, could you say, hey, shout out and give your socials and any of that stuff?
A little bit. I mean, they had my name up big on the screen and everything, so
That's
it was cool. And they even had put a post out with mine and Stoop Lee's picture and on their Instagram and stuff. So they did a good job promoting us and giving us a chance to plug.
Yeah, I saw some pictures of that too, and your jackets looked amazing too.
Thank you. Shout out Dos Jefes. They are Detroit-based designers that made these incredible jackets out of old jerseys. I had an old Ben Wallace jersey that was my dad's, and so they cut it up and made this super cool jacket out of it, and it had Wallace on the back. They were unbelievable.
That is very cool. Hopefully, they keep doing that with more bands, and hopefully they can pay the people a little bit, eh? Come on.
No shade, no shade.
Come on, Pizza Arena. Ouch, right?